welcome to a new vlog. This time I'm going to be talking about a workshop and performance I've just recently done. Street Vibe are the street dance society at the University of Warwick, which is where I used to go. They're a fantastic bunch of people from all walks of life who have either trained in street dance or have never even done it before. So it's really interesting working with them. Now that I'm in the industry, I went back to run a professional workshop for them. Now, Street Vibe was my life when I was in uni. I was their dance coordinator or choreographer for my whole second year of uni and president for my third year. I miss them. I really miss them quite a lot, so to be invited back was really, really lovely. Now, I ran this workshop not just as a previous Street Vibe president, but also as the artistic director of my company, Broken Rose Performing Arts. So the routine was very much a Broken Rose style routine. It was a 6-hour workshop at the beginning of March. Very, very strenuous, but lots of fun. I certainly put them through their paces. You should have seen their faces when I asked them to do press-ups. But a giggle was certainly had by all, and some of the things that I taught were things I've not necessarily had the chance to teach before with street dance and hip hop. This routine was performed at Street Vibe's yearly show, which this year was called Unleashed and was held at Warwick University SU. What I wanted to do with the routine that I was going to teach them was to create a performance that would very much be showing off. A couple of the songs in it are by Lady Gaga, and they're very much music to show off to, things like Marry the Night and Born This Way. I also wanted to do something different. Hip hop has come from its roots in street dance and has branched out into breaking and locking and popping and house and all things like that. But now street dance companies and hip hop companies are moving into a kind of new choreography that echoes contemporary dance. Now, I'm not saying that hip hop is turning into contemporary dance, I'm saying it's using bits of it to create a new twist on the genre. This new routine did exactly that, and it was certainly something that Street Vibe hadn't necessarily experimented with before. So, literally, if you don't, you go mad when you start moving. Mad, 3, 1, 2. It's really hard to just ignore it.
Is it round or is it up and down? Round.
It's round, yes. It's really hard to ignore it. Ignore it. So you're going to go mad, 3, 1, 2. No. And then you really kind of, what's the word, abuse that last bit. So you go mad, no. You can stay there for a minute because it's probably going to miss it. So that's really kind of, I don't know what word it's for it, but yeah. Okay. The night, whoa. That's always possible, I think it's going to be. Yeah. And then there you go, Matt. 3, 1, 2, the snow. When you do that, foot goes back, keep your head there and like that. So yeah, so you're the snow, there you go. Okay? Then you've got time to go possibly doing stuff like that. And then you go, leave nothing on the street to float. Okay, so you've got nothing on the streets. Explode. I wanted to teach them as well in a different way than I personally knew that they've been taught before. Street dance and hip hop is generally taught with the teacher at the front of the class, and it's a case of follow my leader. The opening bars of the piece, you hear the words Marry the Night. Now, I got Street Vibe to think about what that line meant to them, and came up with some interesting results. To some people, Marry the Night meant going out and having fun of a night. To some people, it meant being the best you can be. To some people, it meant getting a good night's sleep. So we had some different interpretations on that I wanted to create a sort of slow moving tableau from. So we had some people doing some very artistic versions of yawning, some people you know, kind of pretending they were in a show, and those movements really worked very well, and everybody was doing something quite different. I also taught Street Vibe something called active stillness, which is something I've learned since working with Cheshire Dance. I think that sometimes in dance and performance, some people feel the need to keep moving on stage and never to be still. Now, of course, for some people, being still, especially with younger performers, means that they fidget or they seem to drop out of the performance for a second. Active stillness is the act of being still while still performing. The way that I learnt it was one in which, if you imagine, if you are standing with your hands by your sides, if you imagine that there are little weights tied to each finger, and that those weights are pulling your arms down, and that there's something tied to the top of your head that is pulling you up towards the ceiling, you will automatically have a stage presence. So you're present in the performance, but you're not moving. I also wanted to put some tricks into the routine, and we originally had quite a spectacular jump from Street Vibe's current president, Claire. Who propelled herself off the back of their secretary, Callum. Unfortunately, the night before the show, Street Vibe were doing their final rehearsals, and whilst rehearsing a completely different routine, Callum overstretched his shoulder and the neck muscles that were attached to it, and was in quite a bit of pain. He went to the doctor the next morning. He got lots of drugs and deep heat to make him feel a lot better, and he was able to perform that night, but we felt that it wasn't safe for him to be a part of this jump. Now, the reason he was chosen for that jump is because he was one of the stronger boys in the group. Also, of course, he'd practiced with Claire doing this in the week previous. We felt that it wasn't safe to replace Callum with someone else at such short notice. Of course, we didn't want to push Callum into doing the jump for fear he might cause some serious damage to his muscles in his back and his neck and his shoulder. So we quickly changed the jump into something else. It was an absolutely brilliant night, and I had lots of fun, and I actually on the day learnt 2 of the routines to help Street Vibe out with numbers, which was really nice to see the new artists coming out of Street Vibe and see how they're working with different kinds of choreography right now. Now, the final performance you can see on my other channel, Broken Rose Performing Arts. So I'll put the link along the bottom if you get down there now. You can see the routine, which was to, as I say, Lady Gaga, Marry the Night, and the Born This Way remix. Jessie J, Who's Laughing Now, and Do It Like a Dude, and Kesha's We Are Who We Are. I had a lot of fun teaching it, and hopefully I'll be going back to Street Vibe again very soon. If you'd like me to run a workshop for your dance group, just email me at the below email address. That's brokenroseperformance@googlemail.com, and we can talk about what needs you have and what you'd like teaching. For more information on the workshops that Broken Rose run and the shows that we produce, direct, write, perform, go to www.brokenrose.eu. We're redeveloping our website, so hopefully there'll be even more fantabulous one up there very, very soon. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.